in Mekichi, Taifa, and we are here for the 16-day Babaluaiye Healing Ritual. And I am here with our spiritual leader, Babaluaiye Marie of Ilé Ìmọ. Greetings.
Thank you. And bravo, everyone. This is such an exciting time, Mame Kichi. Our Babaluaiye Healing Ritual. Yes.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Babaluaiye, we're talking about the deity of disease. We got a lot of that going on today. It is a deity of pandemics.
Yeah.
It is a deity of prosperity and community restoration, but it is also the deity of healing.
Healing, prosperity, abundance. Babaluaiye is known for community healing. Many of us remember the days of the smallpox and all of that. That's when he really came on the scene in terms of worldwide attention. But he is also in terms of healing the individual, healing the family, because before we even get to the community, we have to begin with self and family, right? So he is known for many ways of healing mentally, physically, spiritually, economically, with your finances. So he brings an opportunity for us to reset ourselves, rejuvenate before we move forward into the next era.
And you know, Marie, that is so very critical. And during these 16 days, December 16th through December the 31st, we're going to be focusing on different aspects of these healings. So can you just share just a little bit, just a little flavor of what these 16 days are going to do?
Absolutely. Well, the theme for this year's healing service is healing with the 16 Odus. So we're bringing in the Odu Ifa, and we're looking at the Odu, the major Odu from Okbe to Ofun, and each day we will focus on one of the major Odus. And not only that, we have Babalawos and Iani Ifas from Nigeria, from throughout the U.S., who will be chanting these essays for us and who will be offering blessings for our community as well as the individual. So we're going to focus on healing in so many different ways that we're going to just have everything infused with healing, because as you said, there's a lot going on today and we need the healing.
Well, Babaluaiye Marie, I'm so very excited. I mean, these 16 days, I mean, I just can't wait. And I'm glad that Ilé Ìmọ is presenting this for the benefit of the community once again.
And we want to invite each and every one of you. You will have a package. We want this this year to be, it's a little different from last year. It's going to be a little bit self-generated, so you are able to engage in your ritual within your family at a more convenient time for you. But we will also have times where we will get together collectively and do rituals. So yeah, so I'm excited, and we want everyone to join us. Please go to www.ileimole.com for more information on how you can engage in this annual ritual.
Absolutely. I do pray.
Ekabo, Akwaba, and Hetsipu. Greetings. Here at Ilé Ìmọ, we also celebrate Kwanzaa. Now we will have the candle lighting of the Nguzo Saba, the 7 principles.
Abaragani. Today is the second day of Kwanzaa, Kujichakulia, which means self-determination. Harambe!
Do you remember how you were first introduced to your parents? Or when you first knew your parents were actually yours and not your friend's parents? For most of us, it's as if they've always been there. Some of you may remember that trip down the birth canal, and others may have no clue. I have a friend who to this day will not wear turtleneck sweaters, no chokers, nothing around the neck, She refuses to wear them. Why, you ask? Well, let me tell you. Because when she was born, the umbilical cord was wrapped around her neck, squeezing on her as she came down through the birth canal. She has not forgotten that experience. Although she had to be told that that was what happened when she was being born, she remembered intrinsically. So there might be something that we have internalized at birth, yet are not able to quite connect to our present day habits. Now back to your parents. When you really think about it, it's as if they've known you your whole life and more. We realize that not everything in life has a beginning or an end. It just is sometimes. That is how we look at our life here on Iya, the earth upon which we live, and life on Orun, the spiritual realm from where we all came. If we take a look at religions from around the world, we will see that many have been lost or on the verge of losing practitioners. Some religions like Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism are practiced by many and are more mainstream. Others, like the traditional African spirituality, are gaining momentum as more and more people are reconnecting to their African roots, like you and I. However, when there are mainstream religions, people tend to associate other religions or compare other traditional religions to the mainstream religions, just to get an idea of what they're talking about. Today, we will take a broad look at life from a Yoruba perspective. Now, take a moment, remove those non-African lenses, gently clear the third eye, and gently clear the crown chakra. Now let's see if that helps. Are you ready to look with your African eyes?
Ready.
All right. Yes, your ancestors will be pleased. Orun is where we all started out. When you dream, you can get a glimpse of Orun. At times, our ancestors come to us in our dreams and they live in Orun. Now, some may wish to compare Orun with heaven. However, Orun is not heaven. Some words or concepts are not transferable to English and vice versa, because language and culture are inseparable. Orun is one of those words that does not translate to heaven, yet this sacred space is often referred to as heaven for lack of better words. And from the other standpoint, there is no concept of hell in Yoruba culture. For now, we will look at Orun as a spiritual dimension. According to Babaluaiye Abimbola of Ifa University, within the Yoruba culture, there's no conception of a beginning of time. He says it's like trying to name the largest number. You just realize that the numbers go on and on, up or down the number line. That is the same for the eternal four. The eternal four are known as Ifa, Olodumare, Obatala, and Eshu. These four entities have always been in existence, and they reside in Orun. The eternal four created the Orisha, deities, followed by the Ajogun, the negative forces. It was necessary to add the Ajogun as good and evil walk together. In order to understand one, you need to see the other. There's an upper and a lower Orun with various layers of existence, each having different entities. For instance, our ancestors are in the lower Orun. All of creation for each living entity happens in Orun. Then that entity is transferred to the womb to be born. It is Ogun who is responsible for the skeleton. Oshun provides the sacred waters. Obatala molds the form, and Olodumare gives the breath of life. It is the being in a room who chooses the parents and makes sure those two people come together, because that being is looking for something that each parent has that will help them on their journey. However, any being who chooses to stay in a room rather than travel to Aye will remain a child forever, except for the Orisha and Ajugu. Everyone gets to choose their own Ori, your consciousness, your head, and it is up to you to choose which Ori is right for you. Your Ori holds your destiny, your wounds and your lessons, your gifts and your talents, and your life's work. You can choose a difficult life, or you can choose an easy life. It is your choice. Even though you choose your destiny before you are born, life happens and you may not stay on the path that you originally chose. As for many of us, we must be reminded of our path. According to Baba Obasanjo of Ilé Ìmọ, after you choose your RV from a Jala's house, you must receive your divination. This is mandatory for everyone. You have a choice to do your Ebo, which is your sacrifice. Afterwards, it's time to cross the river while carrying your Ori. Some play with their Ori, some may lose their Ori along the way. Once out of the river, you touch the tree of forgetfulness. There are different levels of forgetfulness. Some totally forget everything, others remember little, some memories fade over time, and still others maintain that connection with the room, which can be disturbing and can cause issues. You may notice that some people who are living within two separate worlds, sometimes they're here in Aye, Earth, or other times they're in Orun. After touching that tree of forgetfulness, there's a gate you must pass through to leave Orun. It will lead you to the other gate for Aye. Between these two gates is no man's land. The gate to Aye is said to lead through Ilé Ìfẹ. It is said we all pass through Ilé Ìfẹ in Nigeria when coming to Aye. Now your egg babe, that's your crew in our room. The friends you hung out with before you come to Earth, they help you while on Earth. They send you messages along the way to help you out. You may see them in your dreams too. They are childlike energy. Also, the Orisha and the ancestors are rooting for you to remember your purpose, to do what you said you would do while in a room. Being on Aye is no joke. That's why some do not wish to come here. I know you've heard people say, I wish I could be a child again. Type in the chat if you ever wanted to go back to those childhood days at some point in time. I think we all have longed for those days of little responsibility and being able to play. On Aye, every day we are tested. Are we exhibiting Iwa Pele, good character? That is the ultimate goal, and to achieve that level of growth, we must come to Aye, be tested, and show we have Iwa Pele in order to become an ancestor. That trip through the birth canal marks your very first initiation on Aye. It's not easy for mother or for child. As with any initiation, there are those who come through and those who do not. There's a time when you are between two worlds, just like those gates between Orun and Aye. Now that we're on Aye, we've got to remember our gifts, our destiny, our purpose in life. How can we do that? Well, here are a few suggested ways adapted from the book, Creating the Life You Want, to help us remember our purpose. 1, think about what you love to do. Write a list of all the things that bring you joy or excitement. 2, ask your elders what they think your purpose might be. Let them provide some examples for you. 3, think about what you want for the world. What is the most important thing you would like to do, give, provide? 4, remember times when you felt your best. What made you feel proud of yourself? What were you doing? 5, ask for guidance. Ask through prayer, meditation, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to signs you see that stand out to you, and of course, get a reading. That's what Ilé Ìmọ is here for. The more we live our purpose, the happier we can be and more productive member of the collective. The world needs you to express your gift, your purpose. Everyone comes into this world with a mission, and part of that mission is to live your purpose. We must live our purpose and nurture the gifts of our children. We must do whatever it takes to live our purpose. Our soul needs to shine. We must invest in that time. Our being alive is to inspire others to live life. While on Aye, we live our best life and work towards our destiny. We discover in our purpose, and when it's time to leave, we move back to Oru. But first, we must pass the ram who confronts or judges each individual before entering Oru. Only the best are accepted to become ancestors, and that is for all entities. Anything that has life must come before the ram for judgment. If you have lived terribly, there's capital punishment for the soul where it is extinguished. You may not have lived terribly, and still you can receive a denial of ancestorhood, or you may be reincarnated if you still have something you need to do. One can also be reincarnated to an animal as well. So be careful how you treat your animals. Remember, our mission is to pass Iwa Pele. Have a good mind, be honest, truthful, loving, caring, be your best. Practicing Ifa traditions means you must be able to pass the Iwa Pele test. Having faith without actually practicing the principles leaves one empty. We want you to be full and lead a wonderful life. Sure. My charge to you is to allow our elders who hold the vision of our community to do just that, to entrust in their ability to see far beyond what we can see. Let's not let our elders have the grace and glory of envisioning our future, and be respectful, for our days will come when we will be the visionaries. Because ritual is important for our soul to grow, I want you to put the first step out there with this ritual. This is something that Sabonfu Some of the Dagara people of Burkina Faso shared that her grandmother did with her. Sabonfu Some now resides in Ovu. She would later learn the importance of this ritual as she spoke often about everyone having a gift. So first, you need to say, write, text 3 things you appreciate about you. So at least on a weekly basis, I want you to say it out loud because your voice amplifies your wishes. Text or write because your writing, that mechanism reminds your brain. 3 things you appreciate about you as your ritual. This will help you to begin to recognize your gift. And starting tomorrow, I want you to wake up each morning, hold yourself, and welcome yourself back from wherever you travel. This too was something that Sabonfu Some shared. Thank the spirits who made space for you to be here in Aye, because someone or something thought enough of you to make sure you would be here in this moment. Thank the ancestors and deities for continuously rooting you on to be your best self ever, and rooting for you to remember your purpose and to share your gifts with yourself, family, community, and nation at large. Thank the spirit who gave life to all other spirits, who has always had your back, has always been honest with you, who always loves you and continues to support you. Then move about the world knowing you are loved and cherished, and let your gifts shine. Ashe, Adupwe.
Ekaleo, good evening. My name is Shangowale Achala. I'm from Ilé Ìmọ. I want to present the Odu Oturupon Meji for the people of Ilé Ìmọ and the people of our community for the healing rituals. Ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀ òde awọ ẹsẹ̀ ńlọ ṣe fáfẹsẹ̀. Ẹsẹ̀ ń tọrùn bọ̀ àṣìlẹ̀ ayé. Ńlọ dífá fún gbogbo ara wọ́n ń tọrùn bọ̀ àṣìlẹ̀ ayé. Ẹbọ wọn nìkan wá ṣe. Ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀ nìkan níbẹ̀ lẹ́yìn tí ń ṣẹbọ. Ẹbọ tiẹ̀ ló dàda jù. Ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀ òde o awọ ẹsẹ̀ a kì í gbìmọ̀ràn káyọ̀ tẹsẹ̀ lẹ̀. Ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀ òde o awọ ẹsẹ̀ orí nìkan ló mọ bí ẹsẹ̀ ń rè. Translation: ọ̀pọ̀ ẹ̀bẹ̀ the friend of leg. Cast divination for leg when it's coming from heaven, and cast divination for all the body when they are coming from heaven. Leg is the only one that is doing the sacrifice. When he did the sacrifice was answered. Okpebe has come the friend of leg. We don't plan and remove leg from the plan. Okpebe has come the friend of leg. Only destiny know where the leg is going to. Our Ori, the higher place that our Ori taking us to, our footpath will not mislead that place. All the enemy in our family, all the enemy in our friend, all the enemy in our community, Ifa Ajagnudorun, it will chase all of them out in our life. All kind of people that are planning bad things against our life, Ifa Ajagnudorun, it will let us have victory all over them. All kind of people that is looking for help, our essay will lead us to get people that will help our life to us. Àṣẹ o, ó dàbọ̀.
Káàbọ̀, orúkọ ni Baba Ogun Sotito, and I am a member of Ilé Ìmọ, and it is my pleasure to give commentary on today's Odu, Oturupon Meji. So listening to the Babaluaiye was very interesting. He talked a lot about the legs. And when he was talking about the legs, he talked about the fact that the legs provide direction. And the direction that we are going sometimes, you don't always know. At least that's my commentary on it. When I think about my legs and I think about the direction that I want to go in life, I always think about the fact that you have to have faith. And you have to have that faith that you're going in the right direction. You know, you got to believe that your Ori is going to take you where you need to be. So your legs will carry you where your Ori tells you where you need to be. And so that's the main takeaway that I have from today's Odu. And I wish you all blessings. Ashe y'all.
So greetings. We are now at this very special part of our service where we engage in some reciprocity. Reciprocity is part of our 16-day Babaluaiye Healing Ritual. We're at the point in which we give back. We're at the point in which we experience reciprocity, the point in which we give as we receive. We want to help the blessings flow like the waters. Yes, indeed, as part of this service, we want you to just participate in this giving, in this receiving, and we use the cowrie shells to help to facilitate our ritual of giving. And so we talk about the perennial giving and receiving that represents the interconnectedness of the universe. We want to help Ilé Ìmọ grow its services and its offerings, its ceremonies and its festivals, its retreats and its rites of passage and all of the above. The first Sunday service, yes, indeed. The Babaluaiye Healing Ritual, the Black History event, our morning ground ritual, our Orisha feast, our back to school ritual, our water ritual, our elders' ancestral events, our soulful empowerment. All of these are annual events, and back to right here, right now, today, our Babaluaiye 16-day healing ritual. Let there flow peace, power, love, and prosperity. Let there flow peace, power, love, and prosperity. Let the blessings of Oshun wash down upon us, empowering us with prosperity, empowering us with power, and empowering us with perfection. Praise God. Praise God. Olodumare, from whom all blessings flow. Pull out that Cash App, or we'll call it our Carry app, and it's going to be $Ilé Ìmọ, $ILEIMOLE, PayPal, info@ileimole.com. And you can do your snail mail by check, Ilé Ìmọ, P.O. Box 610, Temple Hills, Maryland 20757. Yes, indeed. Give so that you may receive. So now that we've had the opportunity to give our $Ilé Ìmọ for Cash App, our PayPal, info@ileimole.com, or our snail mail checks, we want to thank the Mother, Father, God, the ancestors, the deities, and the saints. We want to please, please, please accept these offerings, these heartfelt offerings on this day in your name from your devotees. And as we give our gifts freely with joy, we receive these blessings gladly with gratitude. And for those who are physically unable to give, please know that we are forever in the spiritual love.
Moju ba here pa Eshu lona. Eshu